This is Juanita. I am going to be doing some live streaming tonight so I can get some writing done. And I think I already have this open. Like, you can probably hear the fan in the background, and that is because I have, the kitchen is right over there, and I have something cooking in the Instapot right now, and I just want to have the fan on so I can catch any of the, steam, so it doesn't set off the fire alarm, which would not be good because that's just a pain in the butt. So I have my little Pomodoro timer set up, and I have my Scrivener open, so I'm going to go ahead and start one of the streams. Guess maybe I'll see if there is a fact actually live streaming. Yeah, right now it's a beef stew cooking, which I'm kind of excited about, so there might be a moment in which I will go get some and eat it. I may have to turn off the camera while I do that, but it will be very nice. Okay. Yes, I am live. Yeah, I'm a little bit late because I was going to start the stream at 6 o'clock, even though I didn't have it pre-scheduled. But I've been trying to get in here at 6 o'clock and start streaming every Sunday. And I haven't done it because I was in the middle of cutting carrots and peeling potatoes and stuff like that. So I was preparing dinner, basically. So now I'm going to get to it. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get this started. I'll see you back here in 25 minutes. To mute. Okay, looks like our 25-minute sprint is over. I'm going to go ahead and start my 5-minute break. Okay, so my Instapot has gone off and it's doing the cool down setting now. Uh-oh, I forgot to mute. Uh-oh. I don't know why I always do that. Either my microphone's not working at all or I talk over myself. There's no in between. I'm very sorry about that. So my Instapot, my food is basically done. It's cooling off. It's doing the slow cool down, so I don't have to go like release the valve or whatever. Well, I still will before I try to open it because it's an Instapot and it's probably got some pressure in it still by the time I get over there. But I'd figure I'm going to go ahead and let this little break go through. And then after that, I'm going to start the sprint. And then I'm going to go get a bowl of stew, basically. It's beef stew. Which is another reason why I was late starting the stream, because I was cutting carrots and potatoes and getting everything ready. And I had to, whenever you use the Instapot, you have to brown the meat. So I put the meat in there. I shook it up with some flour first, and then I put the meat in there and I kind of sauteed it, and then I put everything else in there, along with the seasoning packets that you can buy in the store that has for the beef stew. And so that's what I'm having for dinner tonight and tomorrow night and probably Tuesday too. So, and probably lunch at work, because an Instapot carries a lot of food and I don't think I can eat all of it myself, like in one setting for sure. So I will be enjoying that for the rest of the week. And I'm excited about it because I'm starving. But anyway, my story, I've realized that my Scrivener, I use Scrivener for my writing, and I noticed that I am not set up properly. Because I did a thing where I wanted to download, or well, they don't call it a download, they call it export. So I tried to export it from Scrivener, and I had all of these extra documents because I had everything set up like in folders, and the folders act as like a page by itself, and I don't like that. And I think I had it set up weird, so I'm trying to slimline it to try to, whenever I export it again, I don't get like a bunch of blank pages in between or a bunch of folders that I have to open up. I want it to be on one document. I'm not sure how to make that happen, but I'm going to try again as soon as I get it all situated, because it makes it easier for me to download it. If I can do it on one document, that would be even better, so I can download it as a Word document and try to proofread it, But I haven't actually finished it yet, so I still have part of Act 2 and 3 and 4, because it's a 4-act story that I'm working on. It's a mystery, so I think it's good, but my opinion is biased, So I'm kind of excited about it. I kind of want to get it out there, and I think eventually I'm going to have to find some beta readers or maybe a critique partner or something, someone else that can look over it and tell me if I'm out of my mind and I should just quit and, don't quit my day job or whatever. But I think I have something kind of special here. It's a good story, so we'll see how it works. I don't know if anyone's out there. Do you want to tell me about what you're writing? I'd be glad to hear it. Otherwise, I think my next point would be to continue working on it. Right now, one of the characters is on a beach. He just got told off by a Fed. He is an actual police officer himself. He's a detective now, but he just started this new detective job. He moved to a brand new city, so he's trying to set up himself in a new city, new location. He's trying to create a name for himself. He's trying to, be good at his job. And this is like his first big case, and it's like a high profile case because it's like a prominent businessman has gone missing, and he thinks that a body that has washed up on the beach might be him. And so he's there to check it out, and he thinks it might be him. It's the same body type, it's the same, well, seemingly age. He doesn't know that for sure because whenever that happens, you don't know. But as he and the Coast Guard are arguing about whose jurisdiction it is, because the body washed up from the beach or on the beach, and so it's been in the water, it's been on the beach, and now they're fighting over who has it, whose case it is. And then along comes Sandy. Sandy is a special agent of the FBI, and she decides it's her case and it's her body, and she takes over everything and makes them feel like two small children. And that's kind of funny to me because he doesn't take that very well. All right, so my 25-minute sprint is up on the board again, and it's time for me to get going. I'm going to go check out my beef stew and see if it's ready to go or not. I think it's probably going to be because it smells really good. Yeah, so I'm going to start the sprint. I'm going to go get my food, and I'll come back and I'll eat and write at the same time. Hopefully I'll be done eating by the time, the sprint's over, so don't mind me because I will be eating at the desk and the camera will be on, so you'll just have to forgive me. If you don't like watching it, you can, I don't know, turn the screen off or something, or find another channel to watch for a few minutes. Whatever. Alright, I'll talk to you in about 25 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start it, mute it, and change the screen. Okay. Okay. Looks like that sprint is over. I'm going to go ahead and start my 5-minute break. Okay. So my beef stew turned out very good. I really enjoyed it. And I definitely want to eat more of it because I have a second little helping of it. But this is a very small cup. This is like a coffee cup type thing. I've had this for many, many years, but it's like a cup and a half or something. It's not very big. Two cups if you fill it all the way up, but I don't want to fill it all the way up because that'll just probably spill all over me. And I'm actually surprised I'm not wearing it already. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the scene that I was writing. I've kind of lost steam with it. I don't really know where to go from there. So I'm trying to figure out what scene I want to write next. I think I want to jump into Act 3 for a little while. But I'm trying to figure out what Act 3 actually is. Let's see. See, I'm just not quite sure when Act 3. Stakes rising. See, I haven't gotten to stage 10 yet. Yeah, my scenes are kind of messed up. I think they're all in order, but I don't think that they're categorized properly. So I just finished training day. But I think my training day right there. So my next scene should be taking place at Stuart's home. Someone breaks in. And I'm trying to figure out if I should make this during the time in which Stuart's wife is home or no. I'm kind of thinking she's going to be at the studio at the moment. But this is one of the problems I have is, I started writing this in first person. So my main character is, the I instead of the she or, So I'm trying to think. I want to write about the scenes that she's not part of, the ones that she doesn't know about until, maybe later. Just so the reader can know and understand what's happening in the background. Like meanwhile back at the ranch kind of situation. So I've been writing scenes that were in third person. I don't want to put anybody else in the first person seat, but the third person, they're kind of directed toward different people, but I don't think I'm doing it right. I really don't know, actually. So I know that I've done a little bit of research on it, and there has been books that have been written in first person but also had third person chapters added to it, and I think it'll be okay, but I wonder what an editor would think of that, and I kind of really want to ask somebody, but I don't really have anyone to ask. I suppose I could post something in either Discord on one of Sarah's channels or on Facebook somewhere. But I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people that say, no, that's not something that you can do, and you should change your whole book to third person, and that's a lot of work, and I don't know if I want to go there. But I'm trying to also figure out, because if you put it into third person, I would still get Dreena's personality. It's just that the intimacy that you have with her, knowing her thoughts. So she's one of the people that likes to keep things close to the vest. She doesn't go out and announce that she's got this special gift. She doesn't like doing that. She doesn't like talking to people. And I know that I can still get the point across in third person, so it probably wouldn't be a big problem. It's just changing over all the chapters that I've already written into third person. And I kind of feel like I may have to do that. Although I was looking, I told you I did research, and I kind of feel like if I wanted to keep it like this, it probably wouldn't be a problem. Because it would be self-published, probably. Depending on how much money I have when it comes down to doing all the things that you have to do as a self-publisher. If I have enough money to edit, like send it to editors. If not, I may have to get it as good as I can, find a couple of beta readers, and then maybe send it off to agents to try to get an agent so I can traditionally publish it. But that doesn't sound like as much fun because I wouldn't get as much money for doing that because they keep a lot of it. So anyway, 25 minutes on the clock. I'm going to go ahead and jump into my third sprint of the evening. And I am going to be here for a few more minutes. One of Sarah's girls that likes to do the live streams at night, Rhiannon, she is going to be live in 8 minutes. So if you wanted to hop over to her channel, that would be cool. I'm going to probably hop over there as soon as I'm done with my next 2 streams. And so, and I'm also going to eat the rest of my stew because it's really good. Alright, I will talk to you in 25 minutes. Good luck to you if you're writing anything, and I'll see you Okay. That little sprint is over. That was my third sprint. Now we are starting on my last break of 5 minutes. And during this next sprint, I've decided to switch from writing to completing my HB90 information. I never did finish it, and I want to go ahead and take care of that. Fill out my little post-it notes. I have some little sticky ones that has lines on it, or I can use the regular little ones. I haven't decided yet. I kind of feel like the bigger ones would be nicer, but it depends on how much I have to write on the post-it note. And also, I have the story Bible kind of thing on here, or storyboard, or whatever we call it. But the back of it's empty, and I thought maybe I could use both sides because I only have the one poster board. I do have some other papers that are this big, but they're not like the thicker board like that, so they won't stand up nicely. But I don't want to hang them on the wall up here. I don't know. I might change my mind about that, but I'm not really sure yet. So, in a few, I will be working on that. So, and it's also really getting hot in here. I chose this sweatshirt to put on because it was cooler in here earlier before I cooked food and before I ate food. So that stew really warmed me up, and now I'm burning up. I really want to change into a different shirt, but I'd have to go in there and find something that's camera ready. Yeah, I kind of ran out of steam on the story at this moment. It's like the first paragraph of a new scene. It's like I know where I want to go with it, but then I'm like thinking maybe that's not a good idea because it's the bad guy scene, and I don't want to give away who the bad guy is, but I want to tell part of his story, and I feel like there's no way I can do that without people figuring out who it is because of the things that he says. But I could wait. Excuse me. I could wait until the very end and give him his 15-minute, well, I would have gotten away with it, but then you had to go screw things up for me moment. And this is what I was planning on doing. This is what I did. You're never going to know because I'm going to, get rid of you before you have a chance to tell anybody kind of thing. That's going to be his final moments. Well, with my main character anyway. But I don't think it would be right to put it any earlier than that because I don't think it'll work. So I keep changing my mind about these things. I like to have other parts. Maybe it's just the bad guy that can't give information. But I can put other scenes in there from other characters, just not his. But then it would be like the avoidance of that. So there is a scene where one of the bad guys has to break into the missing guy's home because he's looking for the money that was owed to his person, kind of like his manager, his boss. Let's just put it that way. But he doesn't find anything because there's nothing there to find. But I could make it to where the bad guy walks in and finds him there, a different bad guy. Oh, it doesn't matter. I really doubt that anyone's going to find this. I don't know if anyone ever goes back and watches these live streams over again. But it looks like my break is over, so I'm going to continue on with my HP90 paperwork and try to figure out what's happening. I know that April 1st is on Wednesday this month. Let's see. But I was thinking maybe I should go ahead and start stuff tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, April 1st is on Wednesday. April Fool's Day. So I'm going to go ahead and try to start the schedule tomorrow. And then I can, I feel like I need to. It's a Monday. I feel like it's the way things go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start this sprint. I'm going to mute it and change the screen. Then I'll be over here working on my paperwork. So last 25-minute sprint on the board, and good luck to you. Okay, well, I have finished this last sprint. It wasn't writing, I was working on my HB90 paperwork, trying to add up my task blocks. And okay, there I go again. I think I checked on it for some reason. Anyway, so that's it. This is all of the stream. I've done all 4 sprints. And I think I am going to be logging off now. Maybe going over to Rhiannon's channel. I'm not really sure yet. I think I want to continue working on this for sure. I just don't know if I want to do it while I'm on her stream. So if you're still in the mood for writing and you wanted to, you can hop over to her channel. Her name is Rhiannon Futch, and she is live streaming right now. I saw her go live a few minutes ago. Well, actually at 8, so 50 minutes ago. And I will see you next Sunday at 6 o'clock. I will try to I don't even know how to say it. Submit the stream earlier than it was tonight. All right. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.